Namaste. Welcome everyone to our Ayurveda Spring Quarter Open House, focusing on therapeutic cooking with Dr. Rupali Panse. It's my pleasure to be on with you today. I'm Onkar Patel, Director of Outreach at Hindu University of America. And if you haven't yet, please put in the chat where you're zooming in from. Dilipji from Maryland, a regular. Glad to have you on. Yes, Samantha G. I think you've already enrolled for this course. So this is just a webinar, an open house, an opportunity for people to ask questions and for us to encourage a few more people to join the course. Mohanji, I hope this is loud enough. We'll try and do our best so that you can hear. And Rupali ji, it's a pleasure to have you here. You want to say hi to the audience, and then I'll get into the introduction of the webinar?
Sure. Thank you, Ankurji. Namaste, everyone. A warm welcome from HUA and myself to this webinar. I'm really very hopeful that you have already enrolled in the course, and this is your opportunity to ask what is the course about, whether you should prepare something before the first session. And we are here to discuss more about the course.
Exactly. You know what? That is perfect. And if you have any questions on any other aspects of enrolling, how to sign up, just look at all of our courses. Hopefully, we'll have some students give their experience as well. And again, glad to have you on to ask your questions, scholarships, other financial aid options, whatever your issues are. Now is a good chance to get into it. So we look forward to that. Vinod Gupta ji from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, glad to have you on. And anybody else who'd like a shout out, please put in the chat where you are joining from. Now, with that, let me just give Dr. Rupali ji a quick introduction. She's an experienced alternative medicine Ayurveda consultant, nutritionist, and educator with over 23 years of dedicated practice in India and the United States. She's a seasoned professional. Dr. Panse has served on the curriculum committee at Savitribai Phule University in Pune. And she's contributed significantly to the field of integrative nutrition. She played a pivotal role as course director for the pioneering course postgraduate certificate course of integrative dietetics, showcasing her commitment to education and curriculum development. And we are glad that she is with Hindu University of America, helping us develop our offerings, our programs, and really answering your questions and providing knowledge on Ayurveda, especially on the cooking front. So this therapeutic cooking is so interesting, so practical on a day-to-day basis. We use it. And so we're going to get into all of that today. Vijay Kaneji from the Friends of HUA Houston, thank you for joining as well. With that brief introduction, let me hand it to Dr. Rupali Panse to maybe just give some background and outline on therapeutic cooking. And right away, if you have questions, please drop them in the Q&A box, and we'll get this webinar open house going. Thank you, everyone. Rupali ji?
Sure. So this Ayurveda Therapeutic Cooking, this is my fourth course with Department of Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine at HUA. And specifically, this course is designed to give you insights and wisdom of Ayurveda, how simple cooking processes can change the property of food. This will be very interactive experience. This is a 11 weeks course. It will be on every Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. EST. And during 1.5 hours, we are going to discuss very interesting topic. Starting with the Samskara, which is one of the very integral and very crucial concept in Ayurveda, that any innate properties can be enhanced, can be controlled, can be altered, or can be destroyed just by samskara. Samskara is nothing but the processes that we are applying to the food or even on person, right? So our first session will definitely on different types of samskara. You will be very amazed to know about different types of cooking process, and unknowingly you are practicing those cooking processes, but you were never aware of those processes. But after this course, you will be very thoughtful while treating your food. Okay. And definitely, as I say that it will be very interactive course. We are going to follow two interesting student activities, which you will be following one activity for whole week and second activity for more than 2 and 3 weeks together. We will share our experiences, how those activities are going on. You will be keeping journal, you will be understanding the change in your cooking technique and whether those changes are reflecting in terms of your health, appetite, hunger, bowel movements, energy levels, etc. So of course, this course is designed to offer the practical approach of Ayurveda cooking, because Ayurveda, essential nutrition, advanced nutrition, detox, and fasting, all these three courses are absolutely giving you a deep understanding of basic Ayurveda foundational theories, which are nutrition oriented, dietetics oriented. And these three courses makes you understand about your own Prakriti, Agni, how many other things are impacting your overall health and nutritional status. And this course will, hold your hand, take you to your kitchen, and will make you ready to apply all these theories in the cooking. So, if you have any questions about the syllabus, which book to refer, whether you need to do any previous reading before joining the session, I am here to answer all of your question. Before going to the questions, I would like to mention, Ankurji, that the first session, which is supposed to start on April 17th, we have a little change in that. We are, taking the first session on April 16, which is Wednesday, because April 17, there is a big event of HUA in Orlando, and I have to be present there. So this little change I want to highlight for the students who have already enrolled for this course. So the first session, we are going to meet in the classroom on Wednesday, April 16 at 8:30 p.m. EST. So do we have any question in the chat box? Otherwise,
Nothing so far. We got Vijay Kaneji. I'll give him a chance to unmute in a little bit. We'll definitely hear from him. But so far, well, like me myself, I have so much living in America, figuring out how to cook and eat out and just make your own stuff. It's so difficult. What are just some of the basic tips on discipline and planning and organizing yourself to be successful that maybe you could give advice for?
that's a very, very important and commonly asked question for all of my clients, that are there any tips for the cooking? How we should plan our cooking? I always say that cooking is an art, cooking is passion, cooking is hobby, and cooking can be a, unwanted thing for the daily routine for many people. So in this course, we are absolutely going to concentrate on the easy recipes, which can be planned in advance. If you plan it in advance, if you have your personalized Ayurvedic meal plan for yourself, it will be very easy for you to prepare those recipes. Um, basically, we will understand which recipes I can prepare in advance, I can store, I can little bit refrigerate, and which food item I am not supposed to refrigerate at all. So, this will at least shortlist few food items for you to prepare in advance, and maybe you can refrigerate it, those recipes. So all practical approach will be explained in terms of your own meal planning, how your daily routine can be overall, profession, for example, how particular profession you should plan food item, how simple cooking processes can help you save your time, make that food more nutritious, and overall, stabilizing nutrients to their optimum level. So absolutely, this course is intended to bring that simplicity in the cooking, or bring that thoughtful, your thoughtful implementation of all those cooking process.
Yeah, that's great. I really appreciate that. I think that's one of the key aspects, right? Lowering the barrier of difficulty. Sometimes we think it's going to cost so much, it's going to take so much time, it's going to be so hard, it's going to be so complicated, and then it's not even going to taste good. Why am I going to go through all of that? But I think throughout your courses and your plan is to address all of those concerns and provide that kind of the meal kit, right? The recipe, the program, the discipline, the support to do it. So that's great to hear. Vrishti is asking, are there any prerequisites?
Oh yeah, if you are enrolling for this course, Vrishti, you have to have basic understanding of what is dosha, what is prakriti, what are Ayurvedic concepts about nutrition. So you have any previous course done in Ayurveda, or you have basic understanding of Ayurvedic concepts, you can definitely enroll for this course.
Nice. I had the little poll going. I can just share it. We don't have so many folks with us today, but we do have a few first timers, regulars, and people who've attended before. Some folks who are enrolled, one person who's enrolled in an HUA program, five people who've taken a course before, five of you who are considering. Please do consider taking this course at HUA and any other one. Here's another interesting little poll I have: is how familiar are you with Ayurveda? So if you're really familiar, if you're an expert practitioner, familiar but not practicing, if you just know the basics or not at all, you can let us know. It's always interesting to know who is in the audience, and that is one of the strengths of Ayurveda, right? It is a personalized system. There is no one solution for everyone. Ayurveda specifically looks at each individual as an individual and then comes out and makes suggestions and solutions. And that's why having somebody like Dr. Rupali Panse is so important, because she will answer your specific questions. She'll take your context, your situation into context, and then give you that kind of response. So please do ask your questions for Rupali ji on this. And it sounds like we got Vijay ji, do you want to make a comment?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought you were bringing me on the video. That's okay. I can talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, super, super. Hi. Namaste, Rupali ji. Namaste, Ankur ji. Always good to see you. And as I have mentioned before, I'm myself a student of Ayurveda, and I have taken a few courses, and I've been studying on my own. And I took Rupaliji's course on Ayurveda essential nutrition, and I actually follow the rules. And it's interesting. I was with Mahadevanji yesterday. We had the Hindu American Foundation fundraiser, and so both of us had one item from Viruddha Ahar, which is palak paneer. And we always joke about that because that's one item we always have in all Indian meals in the buffets, and somehow we just cannot avoid that. We try to avoid it, but so the do's and the don'ts are very, very important, and knowing people's prakriti and what are the things that will be beneficial to people. And people eat a lot of things not knowing that that could be harming them, and the problems start compounding. And of course, Western medicine doesn't exactly, sorry about that, Western medicine doesn't exactly have any answers to that. And we recently had a presentation here by a medical doctor who's actually also trained in nutrition, which is a very rare combination. And they mostly talk about calories. And then I was having a little conversation with the doctor, and I told her I'm studying Ayurveda. And her comment was that, yeah, I understand. I mean, she's of Indian origin too. And she said, oh, yeah, I understand Ayurveda is about 6,000 years old. And the main problem she has is with ghee and milk products. Um, and Ayurveda is very, very big on ghee, and so many of the preparations we encourage ghee. So over there, the point I'm trying to make is there is not much focus on the, I call it the biochemistry of digestion, which is what Ayurveda is kind of indirectly talking about without really calling it that. And so they just say these are the items that have a lot of calories and glycemic indexes and so on and so forth. I think Ayurveda goes a little step further and making the right combinations of things. And that is what, and if you haven't heard me um, brag about Dr. Panse's book, Food Guru, I will take the opportunity to do it again. I highly recommend that you all get that by contacting her, and I believe it's also available on Amazon. It's packed with a lot of recipes, and I think if people follow a lot of those ideas, as a matter of fact, I just finished having my ginger, turmeric, and I put like 7 items in there. And this is a recipe that I put together using Dr. Panse's book and few other ideas that I put together, and it helps soothe my cough. In the Houston area, we have a lot of these allergies. We have this yellow pollen, oak pollen, and it makes everybody sick. And people go to the Zyrtex and the over-the-counter medications, and we are pumping a whole lot of chemicals in our bodies. And what is it that we can do with our items in the kitchen? And that's what Dr. Rupali Panse will talk about. That the pharmacy is right there in your kitchen, in our ancient Indian spices, and that itself will help you build a lot of immunity and also soothe a lot of issues that we have. So I highly recommend. And I'm sorry I have not been able to quite take all the courses offered by Panse. I got my nose poked in so many different things, and life is very, very stressful. And I actually use yoga and Ayurveda to control my stress. And so we have to put these things in practice. It is not just theory. This stuff really works. It really helps. And every person I talk to, when I go to people's homes and they offer me chai, and then I tell them, well, you know what, I'm going to make chai for you, but it's not the chai that you think. I'm going to make the ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, and they're all fascinated with that. They say, "Oh, where did you learn this?" I say, "I'm studying Ayurveda." You know, so and I encourage them that if you think you have a habit of tea and coffee and you're kind of addicted to it, and you don't think your Akal Kathala Atala opens up without that. Give me an opportunity to show you this. Let me expose you. So, popularizing what you have learned and what you know also is a component of Ayurveda, isn't it, Dr. Panse? I mean, we are supposed to propagate this knowledge and information that we have gained. So I would love it if I can get my wife off of her coffee addiction, you know. so, so anyway, that's what I wanted to say. So for people who have, and this is probably the first time you're teaching this cooking course online, right? I don't think I've seen this before. But so it should be kind of interesting how it's done remotely. It would be lovely to have everybody in the kitchen together. But I think plenty can be accomplished with
Uh,
today's high
though,
tech.
though it will not be a live cooking course, but
Yeah,
we will be talking about cooking only this time.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
And since you mentioned Vijayji about palak paneer, in this course we are going to see how to modify palak paneer, what to replace
Uh-huh.
to the incompatibility of palak paneer. You mentioned about the controversial opinions about cow ghee. We will see
Hmm.
that how that cow ghee should be used in cooking to reduce the glycemic index, to
Right.
reduce the cholesterol producing properties by using ghee with scientific support. So there will be lots of interesting things in this course to give the scientific approach to the Ayurveda dietetics. I think Rushti ji has raised her hand.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay ji, again. Thank you so much. Yes,
Namaste,
Rushti.
Rupali ji. Don't know if you recall me. I took your uh, into essential nutrition class. I couldn't take
Yes,
your
of course, I
advanced.
remember Rushti ji.
Okay. I couldn't take your advanced work stress and all the challenging. Will it impact learning? That's why I ask about the any prerequisite. Had I taken that course, would I benefit more, or should I wait till I take the course? That course.
No, no, no. You have done essential Ayurveda nutrition, so this course will be definitely a step ahead for you. So this prerequisite it is absolutely enough for you to enroll.
Okay. And then you answered the question on textbooks. Course material, I understand, will be available through LMS after we, like last course. My question was, are you planning to use any different textbook? I do have your Food Guru from last
Yes,
course.
yes, yes. I will be posting about the other books link also, where you can download those books, or whether you can download for free, or you can order from Amazon, etc. So I will be posting the reference book links also.
Okay, in that case, I have a request, like, so that I have all the books before the course starts. I'm planning to register. I haven't. Is there a possible, once I register, I get book links for the book, so
Yes,
I can, because I hate
yes.
to fall behind. By the time book gets here, and then 2 weeks, and then I said, what did I miss, kind of thing. So that's my
No, no,
anxiety.
no.
Okay,
You will have those links right available when you register.
okay. And then I have a couple more questions. Textbook, course material. Uh, Sequence for this course, I know now HUA is in partner with the other California Ayurveda. Like I have been following Ayurveda since last 30 years. I haven't taken any what you call serious courses, but my uncle from India, I'm just sorry, I'm sharing a little bit, but he, even though he was a medical doctor, they followed, in India Ayurveda. So ever since I follow Ayurvedic route, I have followed Dr. Lad and everything, Kerala Ayurveda. I follow all those, this including the one HUA has partnered. My question in relation to that, if I want to further educate myself, right now I am focusing me on my family. After that, I would like to make a difference in community. The reason for this, I have two kids who are adult, not kids, in 30s. They want to incorporate all this in the life. They want to learn, but unfortunately the time and stress and meal plan and all those is making difficult. Like Vijay ji said, I remember him, he's very active and everything, and after, at this point in my life, I have extra time, I can meal plan, I can do all those things. So my question is, two questions for younger generation is, if you have any suggestion who want to do it, is there any not a quick thing, but any suggestion? And the second question is, if I want to continue my Ayurveda after taking HUA 4 courses, will there be any further options? Is HUA planning to offer higher level Ayurvedic certification or health coach?
Yes, yes. Your first question, whether HUA is offering any certification. So yes, all these Ayurveda courses are part of certification program also in Hindu studies, and they will be, if you have completed these courses, you may use these credits for other Ayurveda advanced courses also. So absolutely, there is a sequence of these courses, and you can use these credits for completing the further introduced Ayurveda courses by HUA. Your
Okay, so
second
that,
question about, yeah.
yeah, and with that, I'm sorry, but so that is applies to HUA certification. I was thinking more like when I looked at other courses, like then it goes to NAMA uh, association or whatever. Is there any link to that?
Right now, I think I will not be the proper person to talk
Okay,
on that. But
that's
if you want to know more about that, Ankurji, can we help Vrushtiji to understand how we are proceeding? Maybe we can, yeah.
Yeah, just briefly, Rishiji, thank you for that. That is an important question. We're building it as we go on the HUA side, and Mahadevanji is now the dean of the California College of Ayurveda. So,
yes.
as Rupaliji said, the Ayurveda courses on the HUA side will fit into our certificate programs in Hindu studies. You could get a master's in Hindu studies with a focus on Ayurveda, or a doctor of Hindu studies in that area of expertise. In terms of the practicing Ayurveda, right? So the California College of Ayurveda, a college within Hindu University of America, has a couple programs like the Principles of Ayurvedic Medicine as a course. They have Ayurvedic Health Counselor program, so you can be an Ayurvedic health counselor. They have a clinical Ayurvedic specialist program. They have a medical Ayurvedic specialist program. So these are different programs where you can attain that specific credential or certificate. Uh, we can have a longer counseling session where you can get into the details, figure out what's exactly best for you. But if you've taken Rupaliji's course before, you know this is practical, it's wonderful, it's useful. You take this course, and then you'll be able to apply it to some programs, and we'll be flexible again as we're building it as we go. So that's a little bit of it. I think I answered. If you have other questions,
no, so if I take this course and if it develops, there is a chance, depending on how it's developed, I will get like I don't have to retake it or anything. That's all. Yeah, that was my concern. And then is this Rupali ji from last time you mentioned the current situation challenging our disease are non-communicable, like a diabetes, high BP. So is the therapeutic? My understanding is there will be some focus on how to choose a meal plan for diabetes control or other stuff.
Correct.
Is that the
Yeah.
case? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and we will also be focusing on preparing on your own meal plan for certain health
Yeah.
conditions.
Okay.
And since you mentioned about young generation, it is highly needed to, focus on young generation to reduce the load of non-communicable diseases right away. If you adopt Ayurveda lifestyle and diet for young generation, and you will be very surprised to know, Vrishti that it's not that young people are not aware of this thing. They want to bring the change in their fast and busy lifestyle. And many of my clients, they are university students and still they want to manage their day-to-day diet very, thoughtfully. So yes, it is possible to give this knowledge, Ayurveda wisdom to young generation also, and to showcase or to offer them in a modern way, because we don't have to live very we don't have to compromise with the modern lifestyle, but we have to bring some thoughtful changes where you can nurture or enjoy your modern lifestyle with the health and without compromising on health aspect also.
Thank
So
you. I've been trying. Thank you very much. And Ankurji, last question about all the different programs you said from California Association. Are the information available on their website?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll drop it in the chat as well, so you can pull it up from there. And we can definitely have a full counseling session. I mean, Rupali ji is also getting more plugged in, and we're gonna figure out how to make sure that we connect
Yeah.
well. So
Okay. For now, I will take this course and then we'll go from there.
exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
answering
you.
my questions.
Absolutely, Rashidi ji. So again, I'll drop the details of the course in the chat. Pavitri ji, this is an online course, so you can take it from New Jersey, where you're joining it from, wherever in the world you are, as long as you have internet access. And even if you miss a course, we're recording it so that you can catch up later. We do encourage live online engagement, synchronous learning, so that you can ask your questions, engage with the class and the rest of the participants, students, and then Dr. Panse can provide that kind of real-time teaching, right? So it is online. Parvatiji, Pavitriji, I hope you'll be able to take this course online from New Jersey. Yes. All right. Do we have any other questions? Mohan Kumarji is asking about Raita specifically. It's so common. I don't know if you can see in the chat. Raita is part of jokes. Like, why are you spreading Raita? Please give your expert opinion on Raita, as mostly salt part of it kills the beneficial bacteria in curd.
Okay, I will say that Raita is more holistic approach towards the probiotic, because you are not just providing the bacteria in the curds, but you are also providing some nutraceuticals with the right choice of spices, which will make those bacteria more active in your gut. The same time, you are also giving the tadka, which is either oil or ghee. And when you combine probiotic with oil or ghee, there is chance that probiotic will work more smoothly in your large intestine or gut. And I will say that Raita will be the good form of probiotic. It may not kill the bacteria to certain, it will not destroy the total colony of bacteria, but it will control the amount of bacteria for sure, which is needed. Because not only, I always say that, the gut health or bacteria's microbiome, they are just like your defense system. They are just like the army. And if the army is not well trained, you cannot just depend on the count of army. The army should be skilled. The army should also be controlled. So that is exactly what Indian Raita does with your microbiome. but there are certain do's and don'ts about the probiotic. In this course, we have dedicated a session for the fermentation processes. What are the fermentation process? What is the history of fermentation? What Ayurveda has to offer about fermentation? Does Ayurveda talk about gut health? Does Ayurveda talk about microbiome? If yes, how to increase the efficiency of that microbiome? Only number is not sufficient. The efficiency of that microbiome is important, and kanji or raitas, buttermilk, and some delicacies which needs fermentation. We are going to learn about traditional methods, how to incorporate those traditional recipes in our day-to-day life to improve the gut microbiome, to deal with the gut dysbiosis, and in turn allergies or diabetes, obesity, colitis, skin disorders. These are somewhere rooted to your gut, and how we can include some therapeutic recipes to deal with those health condition also. So next time if you are adding little bit of rock salt or ghee tadka, do not worry about the number of bacteria, but you are providing the very soulful food to your gut microbiome.
Wonderful. So I had asked a question earlier if you're familiar with Ayurveda. Ayurveda. If you haven't yet, please fill it out and then I can share that. Pavitraji is asking, are there any other courses on nutritional sciences that we can register? So HUA is on a quarter system, and we're offering different quarters on a quarterly basis. So Rupali ji, you've offered one other course. Maybe in the future, if you want to talk about what you're thinking of offering and the
Yes.
trajectory of it.
Yes, every quarter, Pavitra ji, we offer Ayurveda nutrition courses. In total, I'm offering 4 Ayurveda nutrition courses online, and we also take in-person Ayurveda retreat in Orlando. So this retreat is also a great opportunity for you to meet me and to, overall take the learnings of Ayurveda nutrition to the practical approach. And after this course, definitely I will be introducing another Ayurveda nutrition course, which probably will be detox and fasting for healthy living. So you can take as many courses as you want to complete a whole overall, understanding of Ayurveda nutrition.
And
Dr.
Vinodji is
Mahesh,
asking, when is
yes.
this next Ayurveda seminar? When are we planning it? Did we set a date yet?
Yeah, Ankurji, we are thinking of June 12th weekend, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So in-person yoga and Ayurveda retreat, where we talk about all these, Ayurveda nutrition. We will be cooking some interesting recipes together. We will be practicing some dinacharya methods, how to effortlessly include Ayurvedic dinacharya in your day-to-day regime. We will be talking a lot about other interesting topics on yoga and Ayurveda together.
Wonderful. Vinodji, keep an eye out for that. We'll be hopefully announcing that shortly. And it'll be at our Pine Lake campus near Orlando. It's about 60 minutes, an hour, depending on traffic, away from the MCO, Orlando International Airport. Yeah, if you haven't visited the campus, that'll be an amazing opportunity. And as Rupali ji said, you can meet her in person. It looks like it's going to be June 12th to 14th. I don't think that's totally finalized. I don't think I've seen the details.
No, it is not totally
published.
finalized, but yeah, we are working on positively those dates only. So,
Okay.
but we will definitely let all our attendees know about the dates when they are fixed.
Put that in the.
This is interesting question, Dr. Mahesh ji asking that all this Ayurveda cup of tea with cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, if you give it to the people who are taking blood thinners, it will be disastrous before you offer or drink. Yeah, that is a wonderful addition, Dr. Mahesh, because most of the times people think that okay, it's Ayurveda medicine, it's Ayurveda recommendations that may not have interactions with the other medication or other food. So this will also be a very interesting topic of this course, food interaction, molecule interaction, and how certain food can, increase the overall therapeutic action of that particular food, or it can regulate some properties of that food or medication. So yes, I totally agree that you should not just mix any spices you want together. You should understand what medication you are taking, what are your blood sugar levels, what is your prakriti, pitta prakriti, kapha prakriti. So this is also going to be an interesting topic of discussion in this course, food interaction or food synergy.
Interesting. Yeah, food synergy, how it interacts, so important. Let me share this quick poll. How familiar is our audience with Ayurveda? Maybe half the folks answered, but a few familiar but not practicing. 7 folks just know the basics. 1 not at all. I don't think our Vijayji answered. I think he'll put himself as a practitioner. But if you didn't, it's fine. Just a little background information on our audience, how familiar you are with Ayurveda. I'm probably familiar but not practicing because of all these webinars. But I haven't taken a course, so maybe this is the quarter for me. Anybody else? Please, now is the time to put your questions in the Q&A box. I see 1 or 2 more. Simaji is asking, will the course provide guidance on nutritional value of various Indian foods preparation, i.e. how much sugar, protein, etc.?
Yes, definitely, Seemaji. This will be the part of the course where properties will be discussed, amount will be discussed, variations will be discussed, and how whether Ayurveda also Ayurveda also highlights the importance of protein, and if yes, what kind of protein, and whether your protein content should be aligned with your weight or it should be aligned with your Prakriti and Agni, and how to overall meet all these theories midway to have a very simple solution for your own health conditions will be discussed. So yeah, we will be talking about the amount of carbohydrate, protein, and how to balance those in your individualized meal plan.
And again, this is the beauty of the course. If you have specific questions about your own diet, what you're eating, Rupali ji is there to answer and customize that diet plan. That was another interesting part of the course, I think, in the plan. If for diabetes, you should eat this way. For this kind of condition, you should eat this way. And you cater it and build it to everyone individually. Do you want to talk more about that and how, each quarter you're doing it differently and what you've learned from it and how people apply it?
Yeah, sure. For example, Ankurji, like if we are talking about, modulating glycemic index by using just simple Ayurvedic methods. So the whole activity is designed keeping in that mind that, okay, I learned in the class, I learned in the session, I am very impressed with the slides, but how to incorporate all those learnings into my day-to-day life, whether I will be able to, modify my diet according to Ayurveda wisdom. So the whole activity is planned on the basis that, simple chart is provided. If you are eating something, for example, if you are eating 2 idlis in your breakfast, then you will be able to find the glycemic index of idli, because I will be providing some official links to find the glycemic index. Now, I am suggesting that if you are eating idli, there has to be some spicy chutney with it. There has to be some, cow ghee along with those idli to reduce the unwanted. Yes, fermentation has also unwanted properties, so to reduce the unwanted properties of fermentation, add cow ghee. Then you know that by just adding 1 teaspoon of cow ghee, the overall glycemic index of the idli can be reduced, because there are scientific basis for that. Then you will be able to count your glycemic index throughout the day, and you will also document your overall change energy level, whether I was hungry after 2 hours or my hunger tolerance increased after I added cow ghee, etc. Very simple things like if somebody wants to eat the puri, whether it should be fried in the cow ghee or whether it should be fried in the oil. If it should be fried in the oil, then which oil is ideal oil to fry that puri? So we will talk about that melting point, and if you 24-hour diet recall is a very a common concept in modern dietetics. So we will be talking about 24-hour diet call according to Ayurveda perspective. So students will not be able to only calculate their proteins, carbohydrates, their overall sugar load, but they will also be able to know whether they have consumed vata pacifying food, pitta increasing food, healing food, or inflammatory food. So in nutshell, they will be having their overall checklist in front of them, and accordingly there will be no need of me there to tell them to modify. They will be able to modify their own diet according to their needs. So that's the beauty of understanding all this foundation, importance of six taste, incompatible food atoms. Why not to combine those food atoms together? So if you have basic understanding of these Ayurveda theories, you will be your own guide. You will be your own, dietitian, and bring those very simple and effective changes in your day-to-day life.
Nice. Thank you for that. We have an anonymous attendee asking, and I'll read it. I know you are talking about HUA, to develop a specific Ayurveda program within HUA itself. If it comes to fruition, what would it look like? I heard there may be a program offered within HUA for medical professionals, so physicians can learn Ayurveda and then incorporate it into modern medical practice to make it more holistic. When will we know more? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about what I know and where we're going with it, but you're exactly right. We have many medical professionals on our board of trustees. Our first Ayurveda retreat, out of the 25 or so attendees, almost a third were medical professionals, seeing that the American medical system is flawed in so many ways, but treating the symptom as opposed to the disease, the end result as opposed to the cause, making it more holistic. So the area of study we are developing is called Ayurveda and Integrative Health at Hindu University of America. So somebody mentioned NAMA, there's CAM, there's different Ayurvedic associations. We're partnered and working with them because the pathway involves making Ayurveda, how to make Ayurveda mainstream, how to make it approved, how to get insurance reimbursements for this kind of medical care. There's a lot of pieces to this that we are working on in parallel. One big marker is accreditation. So you may know, and maybe this is too much, but this is a small audience, so I don't mind sharing so much, is HUA is applying for accreditation. One of the holdups has been, since we acquired California College of Ayurveda, we're applying for both institutions' accreditation. So there are so many different milestones on the pathway to mainstreaming Ayurveda, and we are diligently working on that. And depending on how the accreditation goes, which programs are offered under the California College of Ayurveda, which are Masters of Hindu Studies, which ones are Doctor of Hindu Studies, we will be figuring out which exact program, and we're going to be adding programs. We're not going to be removing programs. We already have 3-4 different medical professional certifications at the California College of Ayurveda. But this next one, where physicians can learn Ayurveda and then incorporate it into their daily modern medical practices to make it a holistic integrative health, that is absolutely the direction we are aiming for. And as we get through the accreditation process, this program will become more defined. So we're still a ways out on that. I'm sure if you're checking our emails, when we have updates, we'll be sure to launch, because that is so pivotal to the future of Hindu University of America. So demonstrative of how we apply our ancient Sanatana Dharma, our ancient Hindu knowledge systems, to modern problems, to American society, and help everyone improve their health outcomes, their mental outcomes, their just overall living situation, their quality of life. So we're working on all of that, and maybe we'll do a more detailed webinar when we have some extra details on that. Yeah, Rupali ji, I know you're kind of plugged into it as well, and a part of different associations, and you've been a part of it for decades, and you've seen it change slightly. Maybe if you want to add a little bit to that.
Yeah, absolutely, Ankurji. These will be more organized efforts onwards to, overall, I will say that to accommodate all possibilities, either for exclusively for medical professionals or people who want to incorporate Ayurveda in their personal lives. So yes, absolutely, there will be diverse of the diverse courses to offer for a particular segment. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for that question. Happy to keep answering whatever questions come our way. We have at least a little bit more time on today's webinar. Another anonymous attendee is asking, how will this class be different than the basic and advanced Ayurveda classes that Rupaliji has already taught?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. Everyone should ask that, you know. So for previous courses, if you have already attended my essential and advanced Ayurveda courses, essential Ayurveda was introducing basic concepts and how they differ from modern nutrition. Advanced was bringing those concepts to the practical level, you know, understand my profession, understand my body type Agni, and what not to include in my diet. Many health conditions we discussed, along with some home remedies, along with some nutritional remedies. We, in advanced Ayurveda, we learn about different life stages and how significantly different approach Ayurveda has towards young age, old age, or a childhood, or you know, adolescent age, or pregnancy, postnatal diet, etc. We also talked about various pathya recipes and how you can use those pathya recipes in certain health condition. But this course talks about when you are actually doing the cooking. You know, unknowingly you are following more than 200 types of cooking processes, and you are not aware of what that cooking process is doing with the food. So basically, this therapeutic cooking is to understand the science of cooking and how to modulate certain cooking processes to benefit more for certain health condition, or even if you are not having any health condition, how to prevent the cooking mistakes. You know, we also will be talking about understanding of certain food properties and how they either improve each other's properties or regulate each other properties. And the main difference between previous courses and therapeutic cooking is you will be actually able to create separate meal plans for certain health condition, and where you will not just be able to understand the list of food, but if I'm recommending millets, you know, millets is good. Everybody knows that millets is good for weight loss. But how to introduce those millets in my diet? Because for diabetes, there are different millet recipes. If you want to gain weight using millet, yes, it is possible because most of the times it is thought that millets are for weight loss. But no, if you want to improve your overall growth, nourishment, and improve your weight also with right kind of food, low calorie food, yes, it is possible. So this is the main difference, that using cooking techniques, modifying your cooking techniques for certain steps, health conditions, age, profession, etc., that we are going to learn in this course. So more of the food item, more of the cooking, and very less of the foundational theories or theoretical part.
Nice. Yeah, good question. Thank you for that answer. Let me just launch the poll. Let us know if you're interested in enrolling in this course, the Ayurveda Therapeutic Cooking for Healthy Living, if you're interested in that course. And then if you're interested in enrolling in a broader program, an Ayurvedic program, just let us know to those questions and we'll be able to do some follow-up. You should see the pop-up question, the poll, to minimize, maximize. Just let us know. It helps us follow up and keep track. An anonymous attendee is asking, are you giving discounts to students who donate funds to HUA? Shoot me an email. Let's figure that out. We had a little program like that earlier, and maybe during holidays or some specific fundraising campaigns, we have come out with some ways of making that work. But I put my email, any of these creative ideas that you'd like to see HUA do, outreach, fundraising, events. I'm the director of outreach, so please do send it my way, and I'd be happy to see how to take it forward. Oh, I didn't launch the poll. There's the poll. So we have the Friends of HUA initiative, the Friends of Hindu University of America. The idea there is local chapters of supporters getting together and planning how to introduce Hindu University of America to the community, to get to their mandir, to host an event with one of our faculty. Maybe even Dr. Rupali Panse would come out to your community and do a live cooking session and engage in some sort of Ayurvedic Ayurvedic lecture or conversation. Um, but whatever your community and your local area is interested in, we at Hindu University of America want to be that intellectual support, the academic framework as a Hindu institution that has a bigger picture in mind, right? We want to be able to engage with you, and please reach out to me if you have any of these ideas. That initial question about enrollment into courses with donations, yeah, we could figure something out on that front, because the university needs two things. It needs donations and it needs students. And however you can plug in and be a part of this Hindu institution, we appreciate it. I think the courses now, 6 years in, have really demonstrated value, and almost none. I mean, everyone has their own favorites, but Ayurveda is one of these where once you take the course, you see the improvement in your own life, in your own health, in how it benefits you and your whole family. And so I think that's one reason, a major reason why Dr. Rupali ji has been so popular. People have seen how her courses have helped them and their family directly. And there's so many different ways within the whole dharmic framework that we're applying this. But Ayurveda just stands out as amazing backbone to how we are taking Hindu University of America forward. So whatever ideas you have, outreach, events, if you want to invite Rupali ji to your local community or any of our faculty, please do send me an email, and we'll work it out and try to make it happen. Yeah, that's a side pitch, but still in context of this open house, just what we're trying to do at Hindu University of America with your help. So thank you for that. I don't see any other questions in the Q&A box. Let's see if anybody else has anything left. I see a hand up is that a hand up? Vrushtiji, okay. You were on earlier, can have you back on. Archanaji, I see you have joined. If you haven't put in the chat where you're zooming in from and would like a shout out, please do. Love to recognize our audience when we have that chance. Vrushtiji, go ahead.
Yes, a quick question in connection with the retreat. Is it only open for HUA students, and if it's Ayurveda, only for Ayurveda, or I can plan? I'm thinking about planning as a whole family retreat, even though I will encourage everyone. But before I do so, I wanted to know, is it open? It's an option. And second thing, you said you will share that weekend soon, but sooner will be better because I have to apply for the vacation time. So that just a suggestion. What dates? So that will help me plan. Thank you.
So, I think families are welcome, because I remember in our last retreat, the youngest participant was what, 13 or 14-year-old boy, and he was so much, moved by the overall Ayurveda nutritional theories and concept of Viruddhahara, and he was even able to, assess his own Prakriti. So I think, yeah, with family, you can definitely attend, and you will get more information about it from the authentic source. Ankurji, maybe you can.
Yeah, let me just share screen about the accommodations, and they are actually pretty perfect for some families. So we have some dormitory style chalets for maybe couples, but then we also have rooms and houses. So we have set the facility, and the campus is set up perfectly for families to participate, and we work with you on accommodations and all those other details. So yeah, absolutely. We encourage families, and something like Ayurveda is perfect for the family to participate in. And of course, we want to make it so that this is a destination, something that's fun and engaging for the whole family, not just one parent or one member who's doing their own thing over there, but something that we can all talk about as a community and as a family. So absolutely appreciate you. We're gonna
Thank you.
yeah. Okay. Who else do we have as a question? What is this? Surendraji is asking, do you have any specific sessions or classes on the seasonal up, downs, and allergies? I think that's allergies in health. Just curious. Interesting question.
Yeah, so allergies, seasonal ups and downs, and the theory behind that, what exactly happens with your body. So that is all discussed in Ayurveda courses. Particularly, this course will not discuss allergies as a separate session, But during the discussion of various cooking process, pathya recipes, and some nutritional remedies, we will be definitely covering about allergies. And of course, question and answer forum is open in the classes also. So you can definitely bring these questions in the courses.
Nice. Yeah, you had we had another course on chronic diseases, right? Ayurvedic and addressing chronic disease. So allergies cuts across so many disciplines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically every course offers different insight on the allergies. For example, Ayurveda Essential Nutrition, it offers why allergies and what does dosha and Prakriti has to do with allergy. Where Advanced Ayurveda course offers some nutritional remedies, some overall kitchen spices and herbs, and how you can use those remedies for the allergies. Detox and Fasting course offer how you can use fasting to heal your gut, or to improve the leaky gut condition. And the therapeutic cooking will be actually giving you some cooking recipes that you can use during the allergic seasons to prevent or to manage the allergic symptoms.
Nice. Okay, we're nearing the top of the hour. We can go a little bit longer, but I don't see any more questions. Last chance, folks, audience members. Please fill out the poll. Let us know if you're interested in enrolling in the course with Rupaliji Ayurveda Therapeutic Cooking for Healthy Living, or if you're interested in an Ayurvedic program. We'll set up a counseling session and all of that. I'll put the details in the chat one more time. The link right there will be accessible. Yes, Rushtiji, the recording of this webinar will be available, and we'll share that with you maybe a day or two after this webinar, and we post it on YouTube and link it. And you'll be free to share that with other people who are interested as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for your questions and being a part of Hindu University of America. Even if it's just as a webinar attendee, we appreciate you. We really hope you will take that next level and join as a student, and in this course in particular with Rupaliji. Thank you, everyone. Dhanyawad. Let me hand it to Rupaliji for her closing thoughts
Sure.
and statement.
Before we close, Ankurji, I would like to again remind everyone that officially the course is starting from April 17, but we have to reschedule the first session, and the first session will be on April 16, which is one day earlier on Wednesday, because we have HUA event in Orlando on April 17. So I hope students will, understand and reschedule their the things on Thursday and attend the first session on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. I thank all of you again for joining this webinar, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in the class. And keep in touch if you have any questions. Of course, my email ID is with you. And take care of yourself. And Sarvatra Sukhina Santu, Sarve Santu Niramaya.